What's up, guys? Today is March 28th, 2022. As you can tell by the title, we are going to be making a crankbait out of hedge, or some people call it Osage orange. It's a very dense wood. I've never tried to make anything with it. I don't think it'll be easy to work with, but I'm interested in seeing if it can be done and how it will run once it is done. Thanks for tagging along. I don't know how well you can see. This is a piece I cut off of that log right there. We burn a lot of hedge in the winter. We got a lot of hedge on our property. All those big trees right there are hedge, so plenty to go around. You can see it's got a really like a mustard yellow color to it. I got my crankbait shape already traced out on there, so we're gonna get to cutting and see what we can't make. Alright, here is our general shape. We got to sand it, get it all flat, get it more fine-tuned. I had to cut a little bit off the back end here. Maybe we're already seeing failure of using hedge, but this, I don't know if you guys can tell very clearly or not, it's just very stringy. I already noticed got a little crack in there. Not sure if that will affect it or not. We'll have to see. All right, guys, I think we are close enough with the belt sander that we can do some hand sanding now. Definitely a flat-sided crankbait. The original piece that I had cut off that log was pretty thin, so that's what we had to go with. Just to show you what else I'm working on, another crankbait. This one's made out of cedar, and I'm actually making this one for my wife, Ashley. Little square bill. You can see I made the slot for the bill just a little too big, but she wanted to paint one for herself, so I'm making the body, and I'm gonna let her paint it. The weight difference between these two is insane. This one on the right is made of cedar, and this one on the left, of course, is the hedge. This one is bigger actually, and the one from the hedge is way heavier. I don't think I'm gonna add any weight to it. That may bite me in the butt, but this is kind of an experiment, so we'll see. pretty even. The hedge is clearly less forgiving than the cedar, so I had to really get this precise for this Lexan to fit in there. Definitely not perfect, but I think it'll manage for now. Gonna dip it in some urethane to help protect it. Alright, I've got my 3 pieces of hardware made. Some people use a 2-part epoxy to put the hardware in. For this bait, I'm just going to be using some good old super glue. Well guys, a little bit of a lesson learned here. Maybe you can't pick this up on the camera. My original hole was right there, and this hedge is so dense. The wire, when I'm pushing it in, I was having to force it in. It actually broke off in there. So I ended up drilling a bigger hole for these two, and that went in perfect. So I just drilled another hole. Looks like we added a little bit of weight after all. We got to get this bill put on, get the eyeballs put on, and we will be ready for a clear coat. You can use epoxy to put the bill into, which is actually probably best. It gives you time to move it around and get it exactly how you want it before it sets. But I just went ahead and used super glue again. I've decided we're not gonna paint this thing. We're just gonna use an epoxy clear coat. I'm gonna throw some chartreuse and blue glitter into the clear coat and just go with that natural wood look. I'm gonna throw these eyes on there. I think that'll look pretty cool. Guys, I got the eyes in. They're not perfectly even, I don't think, but I think that looks really cool. I think that was a good choice. The white with the black, pretty traditional, but it's also got a little, if you look close, it's got a little holographic in there too. We'll get this clear coat epoxy mixed in and get it put on. All right, guys, here it is, the final product. I think it turned out pretty good. I have already tested it out a little bit, and I actually did catch one fish off camera, but it wasn't a big one. It doesn't run great, and I did have to tune it a little bit. The fact that it is made out of hedge or Osage orange instead of a lighter wood probably has a lot to do with that. But like I said, I did already catch one fish on it, so that's good. We're gonna fish around the bank and see if we can't catch something. We're hooked up now. Feels like a decent one. Nah, he's not very big. All right. Well, we know it works. Cool looking fish there. It's got some spots on him. That's kind of weird. See it in his tail. Huh. Little guy. Second fish. You guy's tiny. There's a bass. Another little one. Foul hooked him. Number 3. All right, guys, let's go try in this corner. It is all where all the wind is pushing into, so hopefully there'll be something back here. I've had tons of strikes at it. Seen some follow it. So it's definitely getting, there's one. Oh, bluegill. People honk at me all the time, and I I literally have no idea who they are. I think they just see me and honk. Alright guys, I think we'll end the video there. To conclude, I wouldn't recommend making crankbaits out of any kind of dense wood, especially one of the most dense pieces of wood that you can get. I still think it's beautiful wood to work with. It's not worker friendly and it doesn't swim very good. But anyway, we caught some fish on it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.